Hey, this is Algorithm. We're here to take a look at the Data Detective achievement in Deus Ex Mankind Divided Breach Mode. We'll pick up the action from the tutorial that we just completed and are preparing to move into Network 1A. And with that, I'll turn it over to Shadow Child, who will explain what we're doing.
All right, Ripper. This is what we're here for. The Palisades corporate servers. The data within them contains what we need to expose the truth. Other Rippers are attacking the network. Each one's competing to be the best.
To get the achievement, we'll have to clear all servers associated with a single darknet file. However, to get to these servers, we'll have to clear some of the servers in Tier 1.
This is a Tarvo server, everyone's favorite security company. Their servers are treated much like their security ops. Guards, cameras, tight patrols, the works.
Entity found.
Server S01 is
Alert!
simple.
Detecting open breach point.
And then down the back at the single server, go back up the top, evade the turret, and reach the exit point. From there, we have two choices. We can either go to server S02 or server S03. Server S02 is a lot like S01, except there are more data stores. We can go up top, get a data store there, go to the back, get a data store in the back, and then get one or both of the data stores on the first floor on the sides. Because it's so straightforward, I thought we'd go for S03 instead.
Sometimes extracting data isn't enough. This server is AI locked, meaning you'll have to destroy a certain number of enemies for the exit to open.
There's a data store here, but we don't have to get it, and we will not.
Waypoint activity normal. Audible disturbance detected. Minor.
Inspect source coordinates.
Unauthorized.
Run inspection program. Support units uploaded.
Server threat present.
Combat granted. Locate corruption source.
Zero threat at current waypoint.
Alert. Unauthorized.
Note that except for the one enemy that we had to shoot, we allowed all the other enemies come to us, and we took them out, and we were safely in cover. Also, we completed the server while we were close to the entry point, which is the same as the exit point. So we were exposed to minimal risk throughout. So this is the last server that we had to clear before getting to the Darknet server. We do have a reward node, but none of the things in the reward node is of particular value, and we're still using the Class C pistol that Shadow Child gave us. This Darknet file node is informational only. You don't have to clear it as we were doing in previous servers. The answers that we give to Shadow Child do not influence the progression of the case. This differs from some of the dialogues you may have been accustomed to in the main game, where the answers did have a bearing on story development. From here we'll be going to DF1 Cortex. This is a Darknet server. Unlike the standard servers of the tier, where we've been doing a minimalist approach, trying to just do the minimum requirements, here we'll go after all the data. This is not required, but since it is a Darknet achievement, I thought it might be of interest. DF1 Cortex has a number of fragments. We have to collect 10 of them. There are more than 10 fragments. They don't count towards the data stored requirement. Only a single data store does.
Often when searching for Darknet file evidence, you'll need to gather loose data fragments scattered throughout the server. In these situations, you can ignore the data towers if you want.
We will not ignore the data tower. We'll go after it. It's on our way, so it's very easy in this particular server. Here's a fragment, but we'll leave it till the end. Start here. This is dangerous, so we'll raise it. Jump. We got another one. Jump. No. Another jump. And up here. Behind us there's a fragment, but we won't go after it. It's too time consuming. We only need 10. And like I said, if you get more than 10, it doesn't do anything for the data requirement. This will do a little bit of damage. We can absorb it, so in the interest of time, we'll do it this way. Oops, bad jumper. Now there's one behind these blocks. Move them. Go up to 8 fragments now. Jump over here to get a knife, and then we'll get some damage as we get this data tower. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the abyss, and this will return us to the start point, which is the same as the exit point. And there's that last fragment.
Lava wall integrity compromised.
Note that we did get credit for all data found, even though we did not pick up every single fragment that was available. So the fragments do not count towards the data requirement, just the data towers do. This will provide us some additional information on the Darknet case. And in case you haven't noticed, I have been speeding up the video for these story part segments, so in the actual game that you play, it won't go quite as quickly as this. This will open up the next Darknet server, DF2 Cortex. However, we won't be able to go there directly because we have to clear the nodes that are along the path. In this particular case, we have S04 Talon Pike that we'll have to clear first, and it doesn't present too much of a problem. The way that we approach it is we go directly to the first floor, take out 2 guards, get a data tower in the back, and then come and get a data tower on the side on the 2nd floor, jump down to the 1st floor, get a 3rd data tower that meets the minimum requirements for clearing the server, and then we can rush to the exit point before before a turret that's guarding the exit point appears in lockdown mode. So it's not that difficult, but it is something that we have to do before we do DF2 Cortex.
Upgraded diagnostic scan is protocol.
scan complete. Coordinates clear.
Acknowledged.
Anomaly detected.
Threat risk.
This clears the way to DF2 Cortex. DF2 Cortex is like DF1 Cortex. Same basic map, but slightly different configuration. Also, we have to contend with hit point depletion and some damage zones.
Some server maps will use modifiers against you. You can add your own to counter the effects or even to increase the challenge further.
We will use neither good nor bad modifiers here. We'll just do the basic map. It is quite a bit more challenging than DF1 Cortex. Timing is much more important because the longer you take, the more hit points will be depleted. Jump over here, so we'll only have one damage zone to deal with. Pull out the block, get a fragment. There are a couple of fragments right behind the entry point, but we'll leave them to the end. So our goal before reaching the end is to get 12 fragments. We'll get these two here. Now jump. Another jump. And then get the one on top of this tower. And just for safety, we'll raise these blocks. Jump and then look down. Get this fragment here. And all the way to the top. Get this one. There'll be two on the right. There are also two in the center, but they require quite a lot of effort, and in the interest of time, we'll leave them alone. Also, if we don't have any special augments, you have to use the two blocks in the corner to protect yourself from the damage zone. So the last one we'll get up here is this one. Now we can jump back. And we have one last one here underneath the blocks. And now, because we have quite a bit of time left and our health, although not good, is not terrible either, so we should be able to jump up here, go through this wall. And here's the data tower. This will give us all data. Go back through the wall, jump over the damage zones, and turn to the left, and that should give us the last two fragments.
Alert! Server lava hole compromised.
We did get all data. However, compared to DF1 Cortex, we were cutting it a little close. If you don't have the time remaining, or you don't have enough health remaining, you can jump into the abyss. That will cause it to respawn right near the entry point. You can turn around and get the last two fragments. Note that it does take a cost of 30 hit points when you do jump into the abyss, so you do have to have a little bit of health remaining if you're going to use that ploy. We learn more about the case, and we now open up DF3 Cortex. However, there is a regular server along the path that we'll have to clear as well. That's S07 Lava Wall. It's distinguished by the fact that it is a stealth server, so we can't be detected at all. However, we do have an approach that will minimize our exposure, and so there is very little risk in clearing this particular server. In the interest of keeping these videos under 20 minutes long, I've split this achievement into 2 videos, so we'll resume watching in the second part. Thank you.